Life will always test you. And when I say this, I really mean God will always test you. He will always test you if you're ready for the next level, if you're ready to get that blessing, if you think you deserve a house, a six pack. God will always test you. Maybe you were on a diet. Maybe your mom brought pizza. Oh, God was testing you. God was like, all right, he really wants these abs, right? All right, we're gonna test him. We're gonna put food that's desiring and that's tempting to see if he will fold. And it's on you if you're gonna fold. Let's say you have a flat tire on your car. Is that gonna be an excuse not to go to the gym? That's a test. Do you really want to build muscle? Do you really want to conquer your goals? That's the real test right there. And you maybe not be noticing these tests. I might be failing these tests. Maybe you say you want the right woman, and then you go onto the club and see the wrong one, and you might mate with the wrong one. That's another test. You also have to ask God for wisdom. That is the greatest thing a man could have. Lots of. You can never get rid of wisdom. You can never get too much wisdom from something. But the thing is, how do you use that wisdom? Do you just hear a lesson, or do you just acknowledge a quote but never use it in the real world? Who are you when you get important information? Do you consume it, or do you actually take action on it? That is very important. But let me tell you something. When God tests you, when life tests you, it means that there's a big blessing coming your way. That means that you've been disciplined, that God is just testing you if you're prepared for the next level. That's all it is. It's just testing your limits. And as a young man, you should always test your limits. How long can you go with fasting? How long can you go without cheating on your diet? How long can you go without skipping a workout plan? That's the real test right there. It only comes from the heart and the soul. That's why God always puts it in you to be tested.
So most of you are probably not familiar with it, or most of you don't recognize when life is testing you, or in other words, you don't recognize when God is testing you. Let me give you some examples. With these examples, hopefully you can incorporate them into your life and to see if God is testing you and is it the time that you're being tested. Number one, if you have friends, right, your closest friends, God will test you to see how strong you are, how determined you are to becoming a better person and a good person by having those friends do things that you would never imagine, whether they turn your back on you in the slightest bit, whether they start doing bad habits. He will test you on this and to see, are you strong enough? Are you such a good man to walk away from these close friends? These friends that you've been friends with years and years. He will test you to see, let me see if he has the grit, if he has the determination to do what's right. Another way God may test you, he might give you everything you ever wanted. Everything, the money, the cars, the good lifestyle, the peace. He might give you all this stuff, but in the end, you could lose it. So he will test you little by bit. Take that car away from you. You got into an accident. Let's say your wife from you, a close friend or a close family member. He will, I wouldn't want to say die, but he will take them away from your life to see if you're strong enough to still believe in God and you're strong enough to still have the courage and determination to have faith. To see if you're going to continue to do what you always do. If you're going to continue to do the thing that you're good at doing. He will test you on these things. Don't think just because you're in a bad position right now. Everybody's in a bad position. You're gonna have off days. You're gonna have days where you don't feel like doing the things you want to do. You're not always gonna feel motivated. You're not always gonna have a good day where, let's say, you're a content creator, your views are blowing up, you're at work, everything's going smooth, you're in a good mood, you're at the gym, you feel your strongest, you feel the most energized. You're not always gonna have this. So this is also another example of how life tests you. Life isn't always going to be sunshine and rainbows. It's not always going to be going up. If you look at someone's success path, it's not always just going up. It takes time. It might even go left or right. It might even just stop for a second. All right. It's not always going to go the way you want it to go. It may seem like this journey is going to be fun. Yeah, it may be fun. The journey is fun, but not in the way where you think, not where it's sunshine and rainbows. It's fun in the way where you don't expect it because you don't know what's coming next. That's the fun part. When people say life is fun, you must enjoy life. What they're really saying or what they're trying to tell you is that you must enjoy the path, enjoy the life to success. Don't enjoy just a good thing. That's not what they mean when they say enjoy life. When they say enjoy life, they mean enjoy the path to success, enjoy the obstacles, enjoy the failures, because it will all be worth it when you get to look back on the memories.